was a singer. She recorded a song about like me and put it on YouTube. Like, yeah, the song I wrote for you and stuff. You fucked my brain.
When I think of like dark triad traits, I guess like really what I think about teaching is what, yeah, this is a difficult topic to explain, but what everyone listening might consider as like manipulation, I think is important to teach, but it's more like benevolent manipulation. It's how do I control the girl's emotions in such a way that is going to benefit our relationship or able to move our interaction forward. So technically, I mean, if you're looking up literature on like dark triad traits, this is not technically like what I'm after. You don't actually want to come from a place where you're trying to be like negatively intentful, where you want like a negative outcome for the girl per se. But obviously, like if you're looking at it from like a more broader angle, then yeah, like being able to manipulate the situation in the way that you want is going to be like very beneficial. So let's say influence. Influence is probably a better way to describe it.
It's actually, as you said, like creating deeper connection real quick. And how to create it is, as we said, active listening. What majority of guys don't do is actively listening to the girl. Because if you actively listen to the girl, she will come up with her past, her stories, and you can filter out some emotional triggers. Dive deeper into them. So she really gets the trust and really opens up about her past and negative as well, positive emotions, creating a roller coaster. And then basically what you're doing, and yeah, I'm basically giving here a guide, but I don't want to get that much into details, but you're basically setting anchors. So you take those emotions, and every time, and there are different ones. There is physical touch, for example. There is environmental anchors, sensory anchors, symbols or things, or verbals. And every time when she thinks about that, she will automatically think about you. You know, what's the easiest thing, like guys may not understand, is what's the easiest thing is, for example, when she says, oh, this perfume or this smell remembers of my ex-boyfriend. You know, she doesn't know the name of the perfume, but the smell it created, like he set this anchor over time. So this was, she's associating it with her boyfriend or with a feeling and stuff, you know. So
no, it's 100%. That's probably like the most common one, right? Which is the whole like sense of smell. But there's a lot of other anchors you can I was going to say introduce into a girl, insert it into it. But yeah, it's a good representation of one of them for sure.
I used it personally on many girls. I did the craziest things with it. I had a girl, like I saw her twice only. She was a singer. She recorded a song about like me and put it on YouTube. Like, yeah, the song I wrote for you and stuff. You fucked my brain. So it's like it creates really, really strong emotions towards you. Like Oktoberman sequence, you know, like back in the old school days. I don't know why my camera is so fucking dark now. The dark triads, now it fits.
That's it, man. It hurt.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like I don't teach it personally because I know guys won't. The usual typical like London day gamer type of guy, you know, he doesn't get that far, you know, he doesn't get it. He thinks like there are some lines I will say and now, wow, I'm using dark triads to manipulate her. Actually, there was a question by a guy, but I think that guy as well in particular, or guys asking those things, say, oh, now I want to try it out. They're not on that level yet. You know, this is something really, and it can be really dangerous as well. Like you can really fuck up girls emotionally really hard. So it's not for the typical like beginner guy who doesn't understand the basics or not even the fundamentals.
And yeah, I think for most guys, it's going to be about like learning to crawl before you can walk, before you can run. Yeah. And yeah, it's like sometimes I get questions like in the mastermind that we have, which is like guys being like, so how do you set up threesomes? But I'm like, hang on, man, you were asking about like AA the other day. What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, what? And it's like, okay, a lot of these are just like theoretical masturbation. So it's like, once you get to a point where you're like building attraction more frequently, where you're pulling more frequently, when you're like having like relationship dynamics, this is where you can start thinking about, okay, what's all this advanced shit? How do I set the right frames? Like, how do I get hooked more emotionally? Like that is where you should start diving deeper into it. But yeah, I agree. Like for a lot of guys, it's going to be like focusing on like the fundamentals at first.
If your goal is to get laid, you know, it's like here and there getting laid. It's not really something you need